everyone, this is the Psychic Sleuth and I'm back. So this is my new channel. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please do. I don't know when I'm going to get my old channel back, if I'm going to get it back. You can still watch the old videos on there as far as I know for now. I don't have copies of those videos, so I guess if I don't get that channel back and you can't watch them, I don't know what I'm going to do. I do know that the readings are in the group backed up, but as far as videos are concerned, and unless it's on my Google Drive, I don't think I have them. So that's one thing I was going to check. But anyways, this is the new one for now. So if you have not subscribed, please subscribe. Also, I have some merchandise out now. I'm sorry, it's late. I'm tired. But I have some merchandise out now. I will put the link in the description here and also in the description for the channel. It is also going to be on the podcast page and on the podcast group. If you have not joined the group or liked the page, please do so. Mostly join the group. You can like the page too. I just post stuff on there, but mostly the group, we talk and we interact and we try to figure things out sometimes, but normally I will post validations and whatnot that I have gotten, whether it be for readings or the auto writes that I do, which I am going to do another random auto writes with world events and all that. It's been quite a while, so I think it's time to do one of those. And I did see just recently a validation for that on the asteroid they're talking about in December, 5 days before Christmas. I don't know how accurate that is or if it's actually going to happen, but I think it was auto write. It's either auto write 3 or 4. I did get information about an asteroid. I saw it hurling towards Earth. So that's kind of a validation, I think. Hopefully it doesn't happen. But like I say, the group, I do put a lot of stuff in there prior. Like this reading is all typed out and in there. All the readings are. And so sometimes it's good to go back and read. But also I post it in there before I ever do a reading on it. Just in case I don't, or before I ever do a video, I should say, just in case something happens and I haven't gotten a video out, because, it does take time and planning and all that. So I'm also working on my videos. I'm going to be getting a webcam this week, give me background and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully that'll be better. I'm trying to make my videos the best that I can. For a while I was working with crap, so hopefully this is better and improved. With that being said, this is Dulce's 5th reading. Now, I did pull a lot of Taylor Rose in this reading. So I'm noticing that now because we did the reading on Taylor Rose tonight, and a lot of the stuff that I got, some of the stuff that I got is in this reading. And I've been thinking about her for a while, so that might be why I pulled her in. There's also an interconnect due to the age, I think, and maybe there's some similarities. So I do feel like some of the stuff in here is hers, and I will, whenever I do her reading, kind of explain what I feel is hers. And then, or whenever I post her reading, I've already done her reading. I know I'm probably going to need to do more. So with that being said, I just needed to let you guys know that. So this was done October 31st, 2019. I wanted to connect on Halloween because I felt the veil was thinner. As I always say, past, present, and future. Things can be symbolic as well. Things and people and places can be connections that's talked about. Not all of this reading will be for Dulce. As I said, actually, now that Angel Baker is missing, I got Baker a long time in Susan, and also in this reading Angel, and like I said, I did this October, I think it was before she went missing. Also, I think 17 is going to interconnect with Angel, and I'm sorry, I put my notifications on silent. It says do not disturb, so I don't know why they're happening right now. I have to try to figure that out more because it's on do not disturb, so I'm not understanding. With that being said, so like I say, I think Angel Baker and Taylor Rose, they're both kind of in here and they're all around the same age. So I think it's all going to interconnect. I think that the Angel Wings and songs will be for Angel in here in this reading. And the roses, since this time I was shown roses with no one cutting them, it was just roses. It was different than I've seen before. I think it's going to be from Taylor Rose. I did get her whole name in my list of randoms, which is also in the group. I do have the list of randoms, but it ends at a certain point on my validation video on the other YouTube. But I do have all of the list of randoms and pools and everything in my group. I try to keep it updated. There hasn't been very much lately. So I did get the name Taylor and Williams in there. And then Rose has come through multiple times, but also it came through in this reading. So like I said, this is Dulce's 5th reading, but I feel like there's some interconnects in here. So I did have a dream of Dulce a few nights ago. It was more like last week sometime. I don't remember the exact date. And one thing she said was Dulce found 8. So a few days before that, you can check like the pool and random list. I had gotten 552, East, Sunset, Rogers. And after this, I was told about this ranch. Now, there is a connection here, whether it be through the people, or what, I'm not sure. But there's a definite connection because when I looked it up, where this ranch was, everybody was saying it's off of 552, which does turn into 8 at that area in front of the ranch. So it does that a couple times on the road. Now, I don't know if she was saying that she will be found on the 8th of the month or on 8 Road or both, but I did get 8, and when I went back and typed this up, I realized I got it before I ever got had the dream. So that's interesting as well, because when I do readings, I don't remember what I'm getting. And so when I go back and type it, I'm kind of like surprised, but I didn't remember that I had gotten 8 when I got the dream. So it kind of validates it. Plus EVP, it's been coming up in the EVP. My friend that does it in the group in our team, she also gets the 8. So I think it's very significant that these are both the same road. East and Sunset Road and Rogers are all in that area too. There's a lot of churches, as well as some stuff I got in this reading like junk, which I think I think it might fit here. It could fit in the other reading for the other girl. So someone at this ranch, his last name is one of the names I've gotten. Not saying everyone go storm this ranch, please don't. But it's either connected to people or what. They have bull riding on it, which bull riding is big, so they might be connected in that way as well. There's too much that fits there and the surrounding area. It's the kind of ranch I was looking for with all of the different kind of animals and stuff on it. It has fields. It has yellow ribbons tied around trees. I mean, there's a lot that fits there, and I'm not saying that's where she's at, but I'm saying there might be a connection there through people or like the bull riding or whatever. Or she might be along that road close by, but there's definite connection to that area. Only the 8 and the 552 kind of just validated it for me. Also, the name Edwin I had gotten in Andrea. You can go back and watch that. So I think it might fit here. There was someone like that had blue suede shoes. So I don't want to give too much of the way. You can go into the group and see what I've got. But as I was saying, those numbers are pretty direct. Now, everyone is innocent until proven guilty. A lot of the names and places and stuff can be connections, just so that you guys know. So on to the reading. So like I said, a lot of this, now that I'm going back after having the reading with Taylor, is going to fit Taylor. They came in together. I don't know. But they're the same age. It kind of makes sense. They do help each other out on the other side. So I asked her if she was here, and she said, yeah, I'm here. I heard the number 12. And I don't know why she's showing me pumpkins. I know it was Halloween when I did the reading, so I'm not sure if that means more. I know it's coming before. Also the name Vargas or something like that. I know we talked about this before, but I hear the word factory, and I see smokestacks coming from something. So I don't know if she can see it or not, but I know it can be symbolic. I've seen Factory Road too. This may also fit Taylor. So also the coughing a lot, I guess. The feel of dirt or dusty. I don't know why she said hamburger. Still, she shows me milk cows, black and white ones. She is showing me a cross, the number 4, and the number 8. So weird. I didn't remember that I got that before when it came in my dream. So it's very validating for me. I'm seeing again lots of trees, but also grassy area before the woods and dirt road, because I see the dust fly. So I don't know if this is on the way or not, but I get a reference to where water gathers, like a puddle or an area near her like that. I also see tire tracks, like I don't know if they are truck tracks or tractor tracks in the mud. Looks like there's an area that has sand and water, and then those tire tracks. Starting to wonder why I felt like moved, or if she's just showing me different areas around her, or if it even pertains to her. The word hypocrisy. I am also shown like a dump. I think I'm seeing kind of the same things I saw with Cupcake. Now, I feel like this is going to also connect to Taylor, because something like that came in. I don't think Dulce is in the landfill. That's not what I'm saying. She could be close or whatever, or there could be a place that's similar to that, recycling junk, whatever. But this just came in Taylor's, so I think it's going to fit there. So there's a reference to a place maybe close, but like I said, another case. But I also get a reference to recycling, because I see recycling, so that could interconnect as well. I hear the word, I hear that word, recycling. I also feel there could be a connection to Millville, Vine, and Union, as I hear all. She's shaking her head. I do know that's where the grandma worked, is up in that way, so that could be why, or where he's from, or whatever. So, and the area I'm seeing is kind of looks like what I was looking at today with the sand and water, surrounded by trees. That's what I was seeing at this point. I kept getting the name Marcos, Mark in Spanish. I feel like that connects to Taylor, and I'm shown a tiger again, so I don't know what that could mean. That means I've seen it a few times. It could also be symbolic or something. I still get a reference to a field with horses. I think the horses are really important and that they're close. I hear the word fairgrounds, so it may fit somehow, or it may feel like that to her, because this area does have the bull riding and the clowns and everything. I don't know if that's why, or this guy works at one, or they're connected to that kind of business in a way. So I know that horses are super important. She makes me smell cotton candy, and I see stupid clowns again, and kettle corn. Again, a church, like it may have a cross on the front of it. Somewhere looks like whitish, beigeish color. And I ask if we were right or close, and I hear yes. So now whether that's meant we will be, or since I get future as well. The word dapper, I think, could be used to describe someone. I see him kind of falling apart. It's weird because I don't think whoever the sketch is ended up with her, but I see this guy like he's sitting in a lounge chair drinking beer. His facial hair is kind of growing out. He's wearing stupid wife beater and jeans. I don't like to call those that, but that's what they're known for. And also he has a beer belly, or like a pouch that most would call a beer belly. I can smell manure, but she also mentions a sewer type smell. May remind her of that. Of how the water smells that's close to her, the area smells that's close to her. I can see airplanes. I saw the same thing in Malia, and so I think that also might be Taylor, actually. So I don't think she's in water, because I can taste in my throat. You know how it feels when it's dusty and the dust gets in your throat. So I don't know that could be from people driving by her too, and pulling up dust, because I kept seeing the dust coming in. And as I'm talking about it, I'm getting that same kind of coughing, so that's kind of weird. So let's see. Sorry, I lost my place, and I don't have pause on this. So I see dust flying. I don't know. I just see this guy end up with her, and I'm shown. Then I am shown like a white van, and he has it. I'm trying to zoom in on it or something, but I see like him taking her on this road and taking her life, and I'm taking her over and leaving her. So I'm starting to wonder if maybe we were close or something, and he went back and moved her. I don't know. There was reference to being moved, but I don't know if it's her, or what she meant by that, because that was really confusing. But she's showing me now what I was describing. So, or deeper in, or something, or hit her more. He might have went back and hit her more, or made sure she was hit, or something like that. Kind of still, though, as I'm typing, I see, as I have before, it gets reiterated. And because I always get kind of the same thing, and I get a reference to not being like a well-traveled road, but maybe, I don't know if it's public or private, not well-traveled. The man I get is older and feels older. I see him in late 30s, maybe like, but feels more like 40s as I was typing this, or like mid 40s, because like she could be scribing more than one person too. I've had them do that, but as I'm typing, he feels older than what I originally thought. So I got, sorry about that. I got weather, or originally thought. So whether it could be wear and tear on him lately or whatever, I don't know. He kind of looks, he doesn't feel like a young chap. And I don't know why I said chap, because I don't ever use that word. So people age differently. He looks unkept right now. I think maybe that people have noticed the kid kind of odd behavior. Church and tombstones again come in. Word bribery again. So she may have been bribed in order to get her. Shows me fire again. I see it steam as well. And the water looks bluish greenish. I get the letters 4-H. So I don't know if that's like 4-H club and he's been in one before. I do know that there is one by the area of the plant that burned down. So could be why. Or it could be that maybe he worked with animals when he was younger. I do see flowers and trees around him, so I know that landscaping is very important as that keeps coming in. Feels a close connection again to the uncle. I've heard that he works landscaping, so it's probably somebody that he works with that also connects to this ranch through bull riding or whatever. Here, friend. So a friend's uncle's friend, sorry. So I don't know if this fits her, but I hear hopscotch. Now, maybe those things that are drawn out, it reminds me of those things that are drawn out in like the park or whatever, when people used to draw them out on the basketball courts. So that's kind of what I was seeing. And I get a reference to baseball diamond. And I think she may not be far from a park unless she's referencing where she went missing or if this fits her. Because I got that in a park in Cupcake too, so it might fit Taylor because Taylor keeps referencing Cupcake. I don't think she's around the park she went missing from because I saw him driving with her. I'm wondering if she was backwards on the map. I don't know. To follow direction with her, it's hard because she has a bit of trouble with direction unless she's showing me different areas for different reasons. It seems she could be showing me where the connections are or could be someone else. So she shows me a white pony, and she says she's trying her hardest to describe, but it's hard for her. She doesn't quite know or understand where she really is. I hear the word cuatro, which is 4 in Spanish. I wonder if that could be 4. Also, the other one, when I said trece, it's 13. So 13, I think 13 might actually connect to Taylor. But, I mean, it could connect here, but it seems like it's going to connect to Taylor. I had to fix that because I originally said it was 30 and that was wrong. So, anyways. So I wonder if that could be 4 months. I don't know. But letter M, letter Q, the word Quentin shows me a bird taking flight, and they like squawk. I heard a lot of that, so I don't know if there's ducks or what around the water, but they're kind of loud. Gunshots, so I don't know if there's hunting near the area. She shows me a marble, and she takes me up above, and I can see the city and all the vast forest and farmlands around. I'm like, well, that's really helpful because she's basically just showing me whatever I look at on, like, what I'm used to seeing on the map. But it reminds me of what I saw earlier when I zoomed out. She must be in dust because, honestly, whenever I talk about her, I feel like I want to cough, like I'm breathing in dust. It's the weirdest thing. So she shows me Denny's again, so I don't know. I still get a reference to a barn and a farm equipment. So I don't know if this relates to where she is or it's him. And that dirt road is not really farmland next to it. It's tall grass, like cows or horses would graze in, or they might not even be in that exact field, but I know that I see tall grass. So I don't know if she's showing me where he works or visits or where she is. But I see the word smoke shop written out. So I don't know if he connects to that in some way. Like, I know he smokes, so maybe he visits a smoke shop. I get a reference to river, creek. She says snake, so I don't know if that it looks like one. But this was before the snakes killed this woman. I don't know if you guys had seen that. So I had been getting snake a lot before that happened. I don't know if that's why I was picking it up. It could be a tat or something. It could interconnect, or it could be like she's saying that's what the river looks like. But the way the river looks does kind of remind me of one. So the word oleander, the guy mostly does wear hats. I do feel he's pretty good, has a pretty good head of hair as I see it sticking out the back. I don't know if he missed church or what, but I get something about him being absent from church or work. I see him doing some pacing too, and my throat hurts right where the carotid was. Like he's getting nervous. So I don't know if he's going to skip town or what, but I heard the word skip. word Victor, so I got that in Erica too, but that looks like it might fit Taylor. I get horses again, but she calls them horsies, like in a kid's voice. She must be close to them or they must surround him. Again, I'm seeing blue, but I think there's more than one thing blue, like the song said in the last reading. So I don't know if that's his color or what, but I do also see it on a house. That could be a way of showing me the color as well. So I get the number 812. I get the song lyrics with Angel, like in them, like Angel Baby. I think this connects to Angel Baker. I got Baker also back in Susan, I think it was. Also reference to yellow. I know they kind of do the yellow thing for her. I don't know if it's to validate that or, again, I'm seeing yellow ribbon around a tree. She shows me oak trees, but then she shows me these other trees. I don't know if they're maple or if it's just for the word maple because I hear maple, but I've gotten that word before. But I get, you know, how people kind of tap a tree. I was seeing that, so that was kind of weird. I get the word haunted, and I don't know if she shows me bats, so that's weird too. I did do it on Halloween. I don't know if it relates to that or not, but I get the word Avery, which reminds me of birds, right? So remember, not all may fit her, especially with it being Halloween, but I'm seeing broken glass on the floor. It can be symbolic to get the word or name Hector. Again, I've gotten that before. Weird. I don't know why I see him dressed up as a woman. Maybe he plays around that way. It was freaking weird. So he wears women's underwear. I hear the word conversation, the word holiness, and she said her uncle knows him again. So that's something that has been there for a long time. She said since the beginning he knows him without being aware, I think. So it feels like it's someone that does landscaping through business or something like that and is a friend of his, maybe even lives near him or lives near them, something like that. That's how it feels to me. This is someone that the family knows. This is someone specifically that the uncle knows that works landscaping, that may connect to ranches as well as bull riding, as well as singing, as well as all of it. So this is weird. So that's seeing, sorry, I lost my place. So I think she's trying to make that point. So she mentions the beach area or like a beach area. I think that may connect to Taylor, which we know beaches are sandy. It could interconnect. It could be an area that's kind of like a beach, I guess, with water. But she's, I believe, close to a church because she can show me like if you're looking through trees and you see a church, but she shows me one through the trees. So could be why I want to go behind a church. I know I have wanted to for a bit. I'm not sure if that's her, but because I get kind of two different things with her, the road and the church. So maybe there's a dirt road that leads to the back of a church that has a field next to it, kind of that kind of thing, maybe. So it's almost like I'm looking through trees and I see this church and it's got a huge cross. I think it may light up. I get 55. She shows me really tall grass. Reminds me of the reading I did with Kenny, and I kept seeing this really tall grass. That's what it looks like, and it was so tall you couldn't see anything in it. So I don't know if it's an area like that during spring or whatever, where there's flowers. I get a reference to yellow and white flowers. I hear the word field like a prairie. And I hear the word St. Christopher's Church. Now, after the reading, we were researching, and there is a church near the park. So I don't know if there is this church near the park named St. Christopher's. So I don't know if that's connected to him or the family or what, but there's a reason it came through, and it actually is close to where she went missing. I get the word sinister. So I guess like to describe. I also hear the word junkie. So I don't know, maybe a place near junk, or again, that could connect to Taylor. So I don't know if she's making fun of psychics or talking about me or others, or the fact that we were working on it, or one of us will help find her, but she's near a shop. I don't know, or there's a shop link. I'm not sure, but she was showing me like an old gypsy lady who was looking into a crystal ball, maybe a spiritual shop, or maybe she's talking about us, but the lady's waving her hands over the crystal ball. So I think someone has put something with Fly High Angel or Will, but I hear Fly High Angel. And during the reading, one of my team members said that she said this to her during EVP sessions, and I wouldn't know that. So maybe validation there. I think it may also relate to the Angel Baker missing. I did this reading before she ever went missing, so it's an interconnect. She says, "You guys can find me. I'm right here, please." And in my dream, she was so sweet and full of laughter and hugging me. What a sweet spirit she is. I don't know why I'm seeing lemons. I think it may connect to Andrew. I think it might connect to Taylor, because I guess Florida, now that I know exactly where she was from after the reading, I actually got it and I didn't know. But lemons is a thing there. So I don't know if that's a thing in Bridgeton or not. It could interconnect, which means it could fit both. So like an orchard. But I also see them like hanging from a tree. Again with the roses. So only this time I think it may connect to Taylor Rose. I got this before her disappearance, but when I get roses for Dulce, I normally see someone cutting them, watching her, right? This was different. I was just shown roses, so I think it's a different meaning. So I also got the name Taylor and Williams in my list of pools and randoms. So that those can fit multiple places, so I basically got her whole name. So I think since they're all around the same age and African American, it's interconnecting. Well, except for Dulce, sorry, she's not, but Angel and Taylor are. They kind of look a lot alike too, so that could be why. But around the same age could be why the interconnect. So the word Acton, so I don't know if it fits here. I hear the word lunatic, so I don't know if she's calling him that. I think deep down, no one really knows that side of him. I get a reference to music and bars also. Bull riding, like the kinds in the bar. And when there's bull riding in the bar too, and I think he's not wearing a button-up shirt. If it's warm, I get a reference to white wife beaters. I don't like that word, but that's what they're known for. It came up earlier. So the word whisper, and she keeps showing me angel wings with feathers. Again, I think this may go for Angel Baker. I saw her feet bare, and so were her legs, and wrapped in a blanket. I know there was another woman found off a street named that I had gotten Holmes in a blanket. It could interconnect here. I don't know why I always see her in one. I did get a reference to undergarments. I also got a reference to a piece of hair being cut. I got a reference to scissors, and then I saw like the tip of a ponytail cut off. I got a reference to a heart and fire tat. I think that's weird because it was a bit faded. And I remember getting the blue blanket last year when I was working on Jabez. I didn't release that. I was working on privately with a private investigator, but I swore he was in one because I kept seeing one. So I don't know if it's symbolic or what was for her, but I also got King a lot in that reading, and I can get things a year ahead. So he was found on the side of a road in a field on a major highway. So I wonder if this is an interconnect due to the similarities and maybe where they are. And he was also African American. So I get a reference to really tall grass, dust, and a lot of trees, water and sand. And then I don't know. Then I want to go behind a church or like I described. So I know they can show what's around them. Close, what you're passing, places he knows, etc. So I get the word Historia, which I think that's history in Spanish, and then Johnson and Johnson. So that's all that I got for Dulce. And like I said, I know that it is interconnected. I don't know if I'm going to be working anymore on her case or if I'm going to be done. There comes a point where I can't do anymore. I'm not here to solve the cases. I'm here to put out the information in hopes that it will help law enforcement or people or whatever to go in the right direction to help solve the case. It's not my job. It's just my job to put out the information, which I've done 5 readings on her. It's an awful lot. I have other missing people I need to work on. And it's hard when I can't get people to listen to me either. So I'm not sure really what I'm going to do right now. But please listen and pay attention to this reading. What I said in the beginning I think is important, the 8 and the 552. I really think it's important because I had 8 come in very strongly in my reading and I got it before. And the fact that 552 runs into 8 and I got that a few days prior really just makes me want to focus on that area. So Aguilar is around that area. Let's put it like that. Which I thought was kind of weird too. Like I said, connections, okay, it doesn't necessarily mean it's him, but I'm just saying connections. He could be connected to the person. Like I said, this person feels very strongly to me. They are connected to an uncle, landscaping, the church, and bull riding, and possibly music and bars and things like that. This is someone that the uncle knows, and this is someone that has known Dulce for a while, I think. This is a friend of the uncle. This is someone that is involved in kind of all the same stuff he is, and he might even be a coworker, kind of getting coworker, friend, coworker kind of person. Very involved in the church, kind of bull riding, all that kind of stuff. ranch hand. He might do ranch hand. I feel like kind of like a jack of all trades. And there may be connections, you know, to different people. Like there might be more than one person involved. I could be explaining different people in my readings. But she only just shows me one and kind of describes one. So that being said, this is who we're looking for. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Please, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And I will see you guys next time. I should be doing Taylor Rose next. Not tonight, but soon. I did do the reading tonight, but it's too late for me to type it up and release it. But I'm going to try to get it done ASAP in the next couple days. So thank you so much. I will see you next time.